It is my pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, Ms. Gloria D. Steele. Ms. Steele was appointed by President Joe Biden on January 20th, 2021 to serve as the acting administrator of the United States Agency for International Development, or USAID. She was a distinguished career member of the U.S. government's Senior Executive Service for over 18 years. Before retiring from federal service, she served as the acting assistant administrator and senior deputy assistant administrator for the Bureau of Asia from 2015 to 2020. Prior to those assignments, she served as USAID's mission director for the Philippines, the Pacific Islands, and Mongolia from 2010 to 2015, where she oversaw a program budget of over $500 million. Earlier in her career, she served as a management consultant to the Philippines Secretary of Agriculture and taught business economics at the Letran Graduate School for Business in Manila. USAID's acting administrator received a master's degree in agricultural economics from the Kansas State University and a bachelor's degree in business administration from Maryknoll College in the Philippines. Her awards include a Presidential Meritorious Executive Award in 2007, Presidential Distinguished Executive Awards in 2008 and 2018, and the Order of Sikatuna Award from the President of the Philippines in 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce USAID's Acting Administrator, Gloria D. Steele.
Her Excellency Vice President Leni Robredo, the Honorable Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, Chairperson of the Senate Committee on Basic Education, our local government partners, led by the dynamic governors, mayors, councilors, and barangay councils, the trustees and staff of Sinergia Foundation, to all educators, parents, and friends, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. It is an honor to join you, education champions, for Sinergia Foundation's 14th Education Summit. I have been following the progress of USAID's partnership with Sinergia for almost a decade now, because its main objective touches on two interrelated themes that are near and dear to me: education and sustainability. When I served as mission director of USAID in the Philippines from 2010 to 2015, the country was selected to be part of a White House initiative called Partnership for Growth. The initiative's goal was to promote inclusive economic growth in 4 countries, with the Philippines being the only country in Asia to be selected. At that time, our studies showed that the most binding constraints to growth in the Philippines were inadequate infrastructure, weak governance, constrained fiscal space, and lack of human capital. Thus, to accelerate growth and move the country to the next level of development, USAID, in partnership with a broad range of stakeholders in the Philippines, designed a suite of activities to address these binding constraints. Around the same time, USAID launched the USAID Forward Reform Initiative, which called for embracing new partnerships, scaling up innovative solutions to development, and focusing on results. A key element of this initiative was developing high-impact partnerships with local organizations in order to achieve sustainable results. When we conceptualized the Education Governance Effectiveness, or EDGE program in 2012, it was going to be a 2-for-1. It would help address the human capital development component of the Partnership for Growth, focused on improving learning outcomes in early grades through governance reform. At the same time, it would address the mandate of USAID Forward to use locally driven, innovative approaches to development through local partnerships. Because of its advocacies, experience, and extensive network, Sinergia was selected as USAID's partner for EDGE, receiving one of the largest grants ever given by USAID Philippines to a local organization. I remember the launch in an auditorium in Ateneo with around 50 mayors. The energy in the room was palpable, as we were all very excited about the prospects of transforming local governance in the Philippines in partnership with this group of education champions. As an agency, USAID has always viewed education as foundational to development. Indeed, education is one of the most critical elements for achieving USAID's goal of helping countries to become more self-reliant. An educated population is a healthy and productive population. Well-trained and skilled human capital generates productivity and innovation, which are key accelerators of economic growth. Well-educated and informed citizens make democracies flourish, and people with improved capacities to address the challenges they face make development truly sustainable. Since 2010, USAID has been investing around 600 million pesos every year to support Philippine partners across the whole spectrum of education, including improving early grade literacy, providing second chance education and technical training for out-of-school youth, strengthening university capacity, and linking government, industry, and academia for innovation. Following the demonstrated positive impact of working with local partners, USAID instituted a series of reforms under another initiative called Effective Partnering and Procurement Reform, or EPPR. EPPR further enables and underscores the importance of working with local organizations. As one of two senior leader champions of EPPR, I drew upon the rich experience that I gained while serving as mission director in the Philippines and working with so many talented Philippine organizations such as PDED, Ayala Foundation, Zulig Foundation, Jerry Ross Foundation, PBSP, and of course, Synergia. USAID has learned a lot from working with you. I have learned a lot from working with you, and for that I am truly grateful. When the seal of education good governance is conferred each year to high-performing local governments, it recognizes the tremendous progress and impact made by the governors, mayors, and other local officials. It acknowledges the recipient's commitment to provide a better future for the children and youth across the Philippines, and it incentivizes others to follow their lead. Our collaboration with Synergia and its network has reached more than 3 million Filipino learners, 14,000 educators, and 18,000 officials and administrators. The gains made today will truly improve education outcomes in the Philippines for many, many years to come. This is a tremendous success that we are all proud of. With the local governments leading the way, and with strong support from local businesses, there has been a 56% reduction in the number of students self-identifying as frustrated leaders at our partner site. Your work on reinventing the local school boards, mobilizing parents-teachers associations, and improving school governing councils have made all this possible. The number of local government partners has also more than doubled since the inception of EDGE, and collectively you have been able to leverage around 150 million pesos from the private sector. Our work with Synergia also provided urgent, timely support to communities affected by disasters to make sure that children continue to learn in the wake of crisis. For example, Synergia mobilized its local government and private sector partners to rebuild schools, provided teaching and learning materials, and initiated a range of interventions so that the children, youth, and their teachers affected by Super Typhoon Yolanda could return to school. Synergia also provided much-needed assistance to more than 80,000 young learners affected by the Marawi siege, including psychosocial support, remedial reading, and safe spaces to learn. These accomplishments have surpassed all of our expectations and are a testament to what can be achieved if development is truly owned by our local partners. As the world grapples with the effects of what could be the largest crisis of our lifetime brought about by COVID-19, and as we begin to restart and to build back better, local solutions to development will become even more important. The governors, the mayors, and other local champions understand the unique conditions of their communities and are in the best position to lead in solving their own development challenges given the right opportunity. Your regional education councils are one such innovative approach, as avenues to sustain and scale up education governance reforms. These councils allow mayors and governors to learn from each other and create their own communities of practice. I understand that this education summit is unique in that it is now organized and driven by local government partners, with this event itself being chaired by Mayor Rex Gatchalian. These are very welcome developments, as they clearly signal the readiness, the willingness, and the ability of local government leaders to take on the challenges of education reform in a sustained and collaborative way. As the EDGE program comes to a close this year, USAID is honored to have worked side by side with all of you. We are confident and optimistic that the movement to improve education through strengthened local governance will continue to spread and gain momentum. The United States government is proud to have played a part in being a catalyst for this movement in partnership with all of you. Thank you, Sinergia, and to all education champions here today for making USAID a partner. Congratulations on your very successful endeavors, and I wish you all the best in the future. Mabuhay!